Hello, I'm Matt Sampsell. Welcome to King County at your service. Metro Transit is expanding bus service to connect riders to light rail stations and provide more service in Seattle. And you'll be seeing something else on many of those buses: more security. You'll soon be seeing more cameras on King County buses. A new proposal would put cameras on the entire Metro fleet.
We want every bus to have a camera because we want our drivers to be protected. We want to make sure our passengers are protected. We want a clear record of what happens on that bus.
Metro currently has cameras on almost 44% of its buses, including all of the new electric trolleys and rapid ride models. Under the new proposal, 80% of the fleet will be retrofitted by 2019, 100% by 2021, as older buses are phased out and new ones come online. Metro launched an operator assault reduction program in 2008. Since then, the numbers of assaults have been cut in half. Many believe the cameras are a big part of that.
We believe that is also feeds into a deterrent for people that are perhaps contemplating doing something bad or inappropriate or criminal on a Metro bus, and to hold them accountable ahead of time.
Drivers are also trained to help de-escalate conflicts, and Metro Transit Police investigate all reported assaults. But the cameras are key.
Buses are safe, but just as incidents happen on the street, they can happen on the bus.
The program will cost about $7 million. Metro is also testing a new system that may help cut down on collisions in heavy traffic. As Kimberly Hill tells us, this time the cameras are on the outside of the buses.
Metro buses carry hundreds of riders safely to their destinations every day. But drivers face many obstacles: traffic, congested streets, adverse weather, and lots of pedestrians and cyclists.
Accidents happen. Pedestrian accidents are really the worst types of accidents that we in the transit business have to deal with. And we need to redouble our efforts to do everything we can to minimize the chance for pedestrian accidents.
So now, a number of buses are being outfitted with collision avoidance technology, an array of smart cameras that monitor the driver's route.
It's to give them that vision in the blind spots of the bus at all times to assist in the safe operation of the vehicle.
The extra vision is especially important when the buses are turning.
Your 1 second, you're going to be about 5 to maybe 6 feet from the bus, that moving pedestrian or cyclist, and the operator needs to apply the brakes.
Collision avoidance systems, they're emerging now in the industry. As you all know, you can buy cars now, regular cars right off the shelf, mid-sized, mid-priced cars with collision avoidance systems and intelligence systems. More and more, we need to get these on public transit vehicles.
It's all part of a pilot project. The system is being deployed on 38 buses statewide, 3 in the Metro Transit system. The drivers will test the new technology and record data.
If we nail it, if we find a technology that we think is going to make a difference and we think is mature enough, we're going to start putting it on our buses. Safety's job number one. We need to just make sure we're relentless in finding all the tools possible to maintain a safe operating environment for our operators, for pedestrians, for other motorists.
Are you an animal lover? Well, you'll be glad to know that most of the animals that come into King County's regional animal shelter will find a new home. Tim O'Leary has more.
King County residents love their pets, and there is good news on the four-legged front. Today, 9 out of 10 cats and dogs brought to King County's animal shelter will find a safe, loving home. The euthanasia rate is at an all-time low.
In 2006, just a decade ago, nearly 40% of animals in King County's shelters were euthanized. This was, and is, pretty typical especially for an open admission public shelter. But it was also simply unacceptable. People who live here, people who come here, want animals to be treated humanely.
When King County began revamping regional animal services, putting more of an emphasis on spay and neuter services to reduce the number of pets coming into the shelter, it built many strong partnerships with nonprofits.
Their committed support allows us to operate a spay-neuter program in partnership with South County Cats that targets pets from income-qualified families and pets who otherwise would never be able to benefit from spay-neuter services. To date, Posado Safe Haven, with support from RASC, has spayed-neutered over 3,500 cats and dogs in King County.
Now, a full-time manager coordinates the hundreds of volunteers who care for and foster pets until they can be adopted.
All of the volunteering that is done down at the shelter, I think the fostering is the most important because it gets those animals out of the shelter. Kittens should not be raised in a shelter. The adult cats should not have to live in a cage for 2 months while they have a cold. The old cats, I'm just so grateful that they have allowed us to have the hospice program because they shouldn't have to live their golden years in a kennel.
Now, it's more convenient to adopt pets in different locations, like this adoption center in Kirkland inside a Petco store.
It's a wonderful opportunity for us to get into a highly trafficked location where people are coming specifically for pets to be able to showcase animals that all they really need is a home.
And it's easier to search for new pets online at the pet adoption website. Regional Animal Services partners with 25 suburban cities, serving more than 1 million residents. More than 2,000 cats and dogs are adopted a year, and hundreds of lost pets are reunited with their families.
I can't thank the county enough for the changes that they have made. It's amazing to see the transformation that has gone on.
We're committed to building every day on our success because every one of them deserves the best that we can give them.
To find out more, visit kingcounty.gov/pets.
During the winter months, we do all we can to avoid the colds and flu of the season. But did you know that your dog can catch the flu? Yeah, that's right. It's a new strain of canine influenza. Public Health veterinarian Beth Lipton has the latest.
Dog flu is a respiratory viral illness that has been around for a while, but this new strain first showed up in the United States last year in Chicago, and we had never seen it in our country before. It had only been in Asia previously. So this is a virus that dogs have never seen before, so they don't have any immunity to it. It is very contagious. It can be spread by dog contact, like nose-to-nose contact. It can also be spread by what I would call fomites, which are surfaces that can hold the virus, such as people's hands or a dog bowl, clothing. It can also be spread by coughing and sneezing. So you need to be careful when dogs are in close contact to each other, that any dog that is sick is moved away from the other healthy dogs. Most dogs get sick and recover after about 2 to 3 weeks. But some dogs progress to more severe complications, just like people, such as pneumonia. And when dogs get pneumonia, just like in people, if they're older or have an underlying medical condition, they're just more susceptible to having more severe illness. Call your vet, let them know what's going on so you have an idea of what to look for in your pet. Check out our Public Health Insider. It's a pretty new blog where we're posting information, and that's at publichealthinsider.com.
Some neighborhoods in King County are the most diverse in the country. It's true. Hundreds of immigrants and refugees come here every year from around the world. Now, a new task force is looking at ways to help these families find services and connection. Meet some of the task force members.
My name is Ahmed Ali, and I am a pharmacist by profession. I am also the Executive Director for Somali Health Board. The Somali community in King County is it's one of the latest immigrant refugees in the state of Washington. And we started resettling here from Somalia since early 1990s after the Civil War. And it's estimated to be the third largest Somali population in the United States. King County is one of the most diverse counties in the United States. And particularly when you look on certain zip code 98118, where Somali Health Board has its own office, is the most diverse zip code in the in the entire nation. And King County and local governments here are very welcoming to new folks. The way I would like things to be to see is to be able to find out what are some of the challenges that these folks are experiencing. You are dealing with people who have gone through certain trauma, from civil wars, living in refugee camps, new to the system, language barrier. As diverse and as great of a fabric society we are, there is also sometimes that link that is missing, and I think local governments can play a significant role in that, in making sure that all its citizens are engaged.
To find out more about the Refugee and Immigrant Task Force, visit kingcounty.gov. Do you use your smartphone or digital device to stay connected? Well, there are many ways to access King County customer service digitally.
Do you need info about King County services? Well, now you don't have to come here or even call. You can get near real-time customer service digitally when it's convenient for you.
Yeah, we've seen a ton of people jump on board, fans and followers and email subscribers over the past few years. A couple years ago, we only had about 35 or 40,000 Facebook and Twitter followers, and now we have 250,000.
Follow events at the Exec's Office, the King County Council, or Public Health. And don't worry if you're not in front of your computer.
We need to get information quickly to people where they are, and that could be in the lobby of a doctor's office, that could be waiting for a bus stop.
Do you ride the bus? Well, have you signed up for Metro's bus alerts?
He's on his way, so just hold for him there.
These service coordinators monitor more than 200 bus routes every day. They can alert you with a text or email when there's a problem with your route.
We tell people what the disruption is and what they can do. So we make it as simple and quick a message as we can. There's a disruption. Maybe we know how long it's going to last, and maybe we can tell you that. And then we try to tell you what you can do based on where you are.
Important information when you're waiting.
It's incredibly valuable. I mean, think about if you're out there waiting to catch a bus, you probably have to be someplace. If you have knowledge and if you have options, then you can choose what you're going to do.
Maybe you live in an area that's prone to flooding. Well, you can sign up for flood alerts.
You can go online to our flood district website and you can sign up for real-time alerts. It will text your smartphone, or you can actually get a phone call if you need to show you real-time flooding situations. In addition, there's an app King County Flood District has sponsored that'll show you the flood phases of any river system in real time.
Okay, so now say you want to hike one of King County's beautiful back trails. Well, don't worry about bringing a trail map.
If you get to the parking lot and you are ready to go for a hike, say you're a first-time visitor, you're gonna walk up to the trailhead probably, right to the kiosk, and you'll see one of our brightly lit little signs that says, if you want this map on your mobile phone, text King Cougar. And then once you text it, you'll get a reply back with a link or a hyperlink, and you can just click on it and it instantly opens a PDF map. And we've done the same thing with a handful of our other backcountry trails. We've got it at Duthie Hill Mountain Bike Park, which is the probably second most popular of the two as far as the stats go. And we've also started using it for our capital programs for, say, the East Side Rail Corridor. We've placed little temporary signage around just for people who are curious about whatever the construction project is, or if they want to sign up for our newsletter.
There are great blogs to follow like publichealthinsider.com or Regional Animal Services blog at talesfromrask.com. And you can sign up for emails from the departments that are important to you.
So we have over 500 different email lists that you can subscribe to as a King County resident. If you want information from parks and parks only, sign up for parks. If you want information about restaurant closures from public health, sign up for that. So our job is to give you as many choices and options as possible.
To find out more about signing up for emails, texts, and social media, visit kingcounty.gov/connect.
Thanks for joining us for King County at Your Service. I'm Matt Sampsell. If we can be of service to you, visit us online at kingcounty.gov/KCTV. We'll see you next time.